Hello, everyone. My name is Gurpreet and I am the Senior Community Manager here at CareerVillage. And I am super excited to be sharing a little bit more about this cool tool with you, as well as give you a little demo of it. So let's just jump right in to tell you what we are. So CareerVillage is a nonprofit, and our mission is to democratize access to college and career advice for all youth. Essentially, that is a fancy way of saying that we understand that career and college advice is super important. However, not everyone has access to it. I know personally, I am a first gen college student, and my parents are both immigrants. They did not know what it looked like to apply to college. So Career Village is a space for people like me or people who just, maybe there's a specific career that you're interested in and you don't have a mentor in your life in that specific career. That's also a great space to go. So it's basically kind of like Reddit, but for career and college advice. Again, you can ask, the way that we work is we're completely free for all students, all teachers, all professionals. Professionals is what we call our volunteers. And the way it works is that students log on, they can ask any career or college related question from any internet connected device, whether that be a tablet, a laptop, a phone, what have you. And professionals from all over the world will leave advice on your specific question. So like, here's an example question: will data scientist still be a job when I graduate in 6 years? These are some examples of what the tool looks like on mobile devices. I know that most people access the internet through mobile devices these days, so just want to give you a little preview of what you'll be seeing. As you can see, this is what the feed looks like. It'll show you a feed of different questions being asked by all the students all across the world who are struggling and in the same boat as you are. This is what happens when you click on a specific question. It just enlarges it as well as gives you more details. And this is actually for professionals, so don't mind this part over here. So how does it work for students? It's a very simple sign-up process, which I will walk you through in a couple of minutes. And you sign up, takes about 2 to 3 minutes. You can ask, from there, you ask a question, and after that, you receive advice. And of course, you can't forget the last step of saying thank you. Very, very important. Some other things that you can do on the site is you can set a goal for yourself. Career goal statements are basically a way for you to share what it is that you would like to do. It's completely okay if you don't know what you want to do. I'm considered an adult. I don't know what I want to do, so that's okay. And also there is a to-do list function where you can keep track of all of the different things that you need to do in order to achieve some goals that you have long-term for your career and college goals. So for instance, if you are applying for college, that's a really, really big process with so many moving parts, right? So you can keep track of, okay, I need to take my SATs. I need to submit my scores to the school. I need to get letters of recommendation. I need to do this and that. So it's a great tool to keep track of that kind of stuff. Next, before we go into the fun stuff, I want to share a little bit about how this can benefit you as a student. So why Career Village? Why can't I just be on Instagram for a little bit longer? Why can't I just watch a TikTok? So how does this benefit you? First of all, it gives you access to thousands. We have like almost 120,000 professionals now. So it gives you access to thousands of professionals who want to give you career advice based on your situation. So it's very personal. The more details you can share about your life, the better. That way they can give you more detailed responses. If you're too shy to ask a question or are having a hard time asking a question, that's totally fine too. You can learn from other students by reading the library of knowledge that we have that is on Career Village. If there is a question about any career, there's a good chance that a student has asked for it. So you can use that search function to see, what is it like to be a construction worker? What is it like to work as a mechanic? What about, I recently saw a question about being a mortician. So there's a lot of careers out there. You can get suggestions from professionals on next steps. A lot of professionals, when they give advice, will also give you tangible items of things that you can do with the advice they have given you. So for instance, they might recommend that you join a club, that you talk to people on LinkedIn, whatever, based on your specific situation. It is a great, great, great resource for people who either don't have people in their lives that they can talk to, but also for people who are waiting for guidance from a guidance counselor. So currently, the stat I believe is that for one guidance counselor, so imagine the guidance counselor at your school, there are 500 students assigned to that one guidance counselor. As you can imagine, dealing with students who have, 500 questions can be really difficult. It can be really hard to get an appointment with a guidance counselor. So this is a really good space for you to be able to ask those questions that you want to ask and get advice in a timely manner, and to supplement it while you're waiting for guidance from your guidance counselor. So the next thing that I want to do is walk us through the sign up process, show you what that looks like. So the website this is the link to the website. However, you can also just go to www.careervillage.org. From there, you are going to see what this process looks like. Alrighty, so here we are. We're going to start with the sign up process. So you click in this right-hand corner, sign up. And I'm going to go through the motions of filling this out. So I'm a student. I'm going to put in my name. I'm just in this scenario, I'm just going to make up a name. Okay, so first name, last name, email. The email is just so that we can keep in contact with you with any cool things that are happening, and also for that's how you get notified of the advice that you receive. I click next. Awesome. So next, it's going to give you some options to connect with some communities that you're a part of. So I live in Austin. My zip code. The zip code is so that we can match you with professionals in that area. I'm going to pretend I am in college. If you are part of a school, you are more than welcome to list it here. And for class code, you can ignore that for right now. Next. Next, we enter our age. I'll be 19 in this scenario. Fill out your gender, race, and if English is your primary language. The reason why we ask this kind of information is, again, so we can match you with professionals who are similar to you. Some people really like to hear from people who look like them, and so we want to present people with that opportunity. English is a primary language. That's so in case that it is not. We do have a translation feature that you can use. And lastly, this part's kind of important, group. So group is optional. However, the Boys and Girls Club does have a specific group that has been made for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that to mine. Boys and Girls Club, Middle Tennessee. There y'all are. So that means that I'm going to be able to join this group and see all of the questions that are being asked by other people also in this group. Next. Next is one of my favorite parts. You get to pick an avatar. There is, as you can see, many different choices. I'm going to pick this one. Why not? That one's fun. We're almost there. Now we have to follow some hashtags. The hashtags are relevant to us so that when you log on and we recommend questions for you to read, they're actually questions that you might want to read because you are interested in those topics. They're not going to be random. So I can either type something in up here, or I can follow some of these pre-listed hashtags. which is what I'm going to do. I believe you have to pick at least 5 of them. And do. Okay, I believe that was 5. Yep. We click next. The last thing is it's going to prompt you to ask a question. However, I'm going to skip this part. It is completely optional. There should be, let me get rid of that. Skip this and go to homepage. So this is what the platform looks like. It's going to show you a list of relevant questions based on the hashtags that you follow. You know, you never know what you don't know. So a student might ask a question that you might not have even ever thought of, and that can be really helpful for you as you prepare for your future ahead of you. Another thing that I would like to show you is just where you can find the Ask Question button. It'll always be here in the right-hand corner. I'll walk you through it. So we clickety-clacked on that. So first we want to try writing a question. So the question is the broad thing that you are asking about. So for instance, what is your experience like as a woman of color in STEM? This is something that I would personally want to know. So that is the question. So the next part is we're going to share a little bit of details to color in some of the context for professionals. This helps our volunteers look at what you are asking about, who you are, where you come from, what your situation is, and give you advice that is tailored to you specifically. So I am a junior in college, and I hope to work in the STEM field as an engineer. Let's do that. I'm worried about how I might be treated and would like to know more about your experiences. How can I prepare for this? Okay, next we're going to do something important, which is we're going to tag it. So when you tag a question, you want to make sure that you're picking ones that are relevant to the question you're asking. This helps us match you with professionals, and it's really important. So try to think about what you're asking. So here I'm asking about engineering and STEM. So I'm going to put, there's some that are suggested here. I'm going to go with that. STEM, engineering, women in STEM. I think those are the 3 that I'm going to use. You can use as many as you would like. It really depends on what your question is. And lastly, you would post this question by clicking here. However, I do not want to post this question and mess up our data, so I am going to ignore that for right now. The last thing that I want to share with you is that we do have a scholarship running right now, which is awesome. The way that you get involved with the scholarship is that we are giving away 3 $500 scholarships to 3 random students, high school and college age students, really. And the way you enter is you sign up, you create an account. Again, as you saw, very simple process. And to be entered, you ask one question, and you make sure to use the hashtag fall 2020, not 2022, fall 22. It's a mouthful. I mess it up every single time, but fall 22. If you use that hashtag and you ask a question, you will be automatically entered to win that scholarship. It runs until November 30th, so you do have time still to go ahead and, test your luck with it. And I wish you all the best. This is essentially all I wanted to tell you guys about CareerVillage. Again, free tool that you can use on any mobile device or any device that's connected to the internet, rather. And you can ask any career or college related question, there is no question that is considered, there are no dumb questions on CareerVillage. Everything that you ask is important, and we see that and we recognize that. So I really encourage you guys to, if not today, when you have a question that comes up, please consider coming on to careervillage.org and asking a question. Thank y'all.